Hey everyone, Ricky here from Tech Talk. Thanks very much for joining us. Today I've got a comparison of the LG G5 against my iPhone 7 Plus. So today I'm going to go through multiple different tests, of course, as I always do. So first of all, we're going to go around the phones, then I'm going to go through some specs, speed test, of course, and testing out the displays as well. So first of all, let me just show you around each device. So we'll start with the iPhone 7 Plus and then move on to the LG G5. So first of all, on the iPhone 7 Plus, on the front here, you're going to see your secondary front-facing camera, which is 7 megapixels. You also have your speaker as well, because they use this speaker and this speaker down here. You also have your physical home button now, so it doesn't actually move. You've got that Taptic engine inside. Turning to the left hand side up here at the top, first of all, you've got your vibrate switch and you've got your volume rockers that are very nicely inlaid into the device. As you can see that bulge of your camera as well, but it doesn't actually affect putting it on a surface, and that I haven't had any issues. And also you have your volume rockers here. So turning to the bottom of the device, you're going to find two grills. So this one is your microphone and then this one is your speaker with your lightning connection port there, which is also your headphone jack as well. So I have been stuck a couple of times now where I've had to either listen to music or charge my phone, and I found that a bit of a struggle, but I know there are some great dongles out there, and I'm going to do some comparisons of them dongles maybe before Christmas or just afterwards, so please be aware of that soon on the channel. Turning to the right hand side, you've got your power switch here and you've got your SIM card tray just down here as well. So you've got your power switch and lock button here, and then you can use that front button there as your Touch ID. Turning to the top now of the device, so if I just shine it this way, I've got the jet black model and there's nothing up there to actually see. So quickly moving on to the back of this device is where you're going to see the most difference now on iPhones. You have got that lovely dual 12 megapixel camera there, so one is a normal lens and one is an optical zoom lens, and you've got your quad flash, and also you've got a microphone on the back there, and you've got an Apple logo as well. So let's bring in the LG G5 and show you the comparisons. So first of all, just size wise, there is a difference in thickness and in actual body size. So on the front of the LG G5, you've got your front facing camera here, you've got your speaker here for just like listening. It doesn't actually work as a speaker as such. You've got your LED notification, which I think would be good to have on the iPhone. You can have it flash on the back, but to actually have an LED notification would be really good. So on the left hand side here, nicely built into the body is volume rockers here, so you can just see them nicely inlaid there. And then also down here you've got a little button which will pop out your battery and where you can add them extra features for the LG G5. So there's a camera one, there's a couple of others, and you can have an expanded battery as well. That actually pops out this bottom part where it says LG, and that just pops out. So that's really good to see. So on the bottom, you've got your speaker grill, you've got your USB-C charger and syncing port. So you put that in to charge and sync. Also, you have a little microphone as well there. Turning to the right-hand side, all you have here is your SIM tray. I have created a video showing you how to insert your SIM and micro SD card into this device. Turning to the top, you've got a mic, you've got an IR blaster because you can use this with your LG TV. It's absolutely fantastic to work. I've been testing it out with my one downstairs, and you've got your 3.5 jack. So the old-fashioned headphone jack is still available on this device. So turning to the rear, you're going to see two rear-facing cameras, same as the iPhone, and these are both 16 megapixels in size, so a little bit better than the iPhone. And then on the back here, you also have your power button, which acts as a fingerprint sensor as well. And you've got some LG G5 branding down here. Okay, so software wise, my iPhone is running iOS 10.1.1. The Android device is running Android 6.0, which is Marshmallow, but it can actually run Android 7, which is Nugget as well. So it is being pushed out to some devices. If I manage to do the update on this device, I will bring you the video and show you what's new. Overall, the performance of these phones are fantastic, and that is because of their spec. Their spec is absolutely fantastic, pushing them very close together. And now let's move on and see how well they do in the speed test and the testing of a movie trailer to see how visually and how great they sound. So next in our comparison video, I want to talk about sound and vision on both these devices. So I've pulled up a movie trailer here. So we're going to be watching Ice Age Collision Course. So this is the latest Ice Age film. So it should be here as well. So what I'm going to do is play on one phone first and then play on the other. So on the iPhone you've got dual front facing speakers, or you've got one up here and one down here, but they do say it's dual front facing speakers as it's not firing from the back. On the LG G5 you just have one down here. So let me play a clip first of all from the iPhone, and then I'll play a clip from the LG G5.
Much dumber.
My sleeve, the algae of my eye. Will you be my mate for life?
I'm breaking up with you.
What?
And by the way, you look nothing like your profile picture.
All I want is true love. Is that too much to ask?
Hey, look, shooting stars.
Oh, I want to wish for the girl of my dreams. Sid's wish is killing us. Meteor shower. Meteor shower?
20th Century Fox presents
Oh, hello, mammals.
Beginning of time, we have wondered how the universe came to be. A gloriously orchestrated plan, or something much dumber?
My sleeve, the algae of my eye. Will you be my mate for life?
I'm breaking up with you.
What?
And by the way, you look nothing like your profile picture.
All I want is true love. Is that too much to ask?
Hey, look, shooting stars.
Oh, I want to wish for the girl of my dreams. Sid's wish is killing us. Meteor shower. Meteor shower?
20th Century Fox presents
Oh, hello, mammals.
Okay, so first of all, colours. I think the iPhone performed slightly better with the colours. It seemed a little bit more brighter. I might have my brightness up there, but the colours seem to pop a lot more and seem to look a lot more nicer. Sound wise, I do not like the iPhone when it is fully turned up. It sounds like it's screaming at you, and it seems to hurt my ears. The LG G5 had loads of bass. It sounded really good actually. I'm impressed with the LG G5. Let me know what you think down below. Of course, it's not going to sound fantastic as my microphone is not the best of microphones. It's quite reasonable price, but of course it's traveling through the microphone and then through the speakers you're also listening to as well. But I just want to bring to you the comparison so you can see visually and the sound difference even through my microphone and through your listening devices. So next I want to move on to some speed tests for both of these phones. So first of all, we've got Geekbench 4 for Android and Geekbench 4 for iPhone, and then also we're going to run speedtest.net comparing the 3 signal against the Vodafone signal here. So okay, first of all we'll run Geekbench 4. So 3, 2, 1. Again, you've got some specs here which I will go through. So run the test in 3, 2, 1. A little bit quick there. So what I'll do, I'll pause here and come back when done. Okay, the results are in, and as you can see there is quite a difference here. So first of all, iPhone single core score there of 3,449 compared to 1,698 on the LG G5. Multi-core score 5,750 compared to 3,746. So that is quite a comparison, as you can see. So first of all, if we go into single core scores here, so the iPhone beat everything that is tested on the Apple version. So on the LG G5 we came, so let's just pull this up here, so we got 698, so we're the same as the OnePlus 3, and we beat the Xumia Mi 5 there. And then slightly above us is the Samsung Galaxy S6, which is an Exynos processor. So slightly above us is the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, which is using the Samsung Exynos processors. So the Qualcomm processors are slightly slower than the Exynos ones, so to just bear in mind. So moving on to the multi-core scores here, if I just show you again on the iPhone, we beat everything. So you've got Samsung Galaxy S7, and I think that's the Note or the Edge 7 up here at the top that we can't actually see. So we got 3,746, which is no mean score, to be honest. It's quite an impressive score. So we got 3,600. So the Samsung Galaxy Note 7 beat us here, and we beat the Xumia Mi 5 and the Samsung Galaxy Note 4. So that was Geekbench 4 there. Both of these apps are in the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store, so go and check them out. There is a small charge though for them. So the next test I want to run is speedtest.net. So 3, 2, 1. And then begin test. So my iPhone is on the 3 network here in the UK. The LG G5 is on the Vodafone network. Okay, so as you can see here, the results. So the iPhone download speed was 44 megabytes compared to 10 megabytes. Its upload speed was 13 megabytes compared to 15 megabytes on the LG G5. And the LG G5 actually came through a little bit quicker, but sadly the speed test results, as you can see, are quite different here. So moving on, let's talk about specs and pricing for both of these phones. So moving into the final part of my video now, I just want to compare the specs of these two great devices. So as I'm doing this, I'm always saying the iPhone specs first, then the LG G5s. So first of all, the iPhone was released in September 2016 compared to April 2016. It weighs 188 grams here compared to 159 grams. In thickness, not very much difference. It's only 0.4 of a difference here. And the actual 0.4 of the difference goes to the iPhone. So the iPhone is slightly thinner compared to the LG G5. Like I was saying earlier, the iPhone is running iOS 10.1.1. The LG G5 is running Android 6.0.1, but it can run Android 7, which is the latest software, which is good to see from that device. Talking about storage wise now, so as you all know, the iPhone doesn't come with a micro SD compared to the LG G5. So the LG G5 comes in 32GB with a 256GB micro SD card slots. That's a phenomenal amount of storage on your device. The iPhone comes in 32, 128 or 256 GB. If you want the jet black model here, you have to go for the two higher models. So talking about the screens on these phones, first of all, I'll do the iPhone. It's a 5.5 inch display, which is 1080 by 1920 in resolution and gives us a 401 ppi. So moving on to the LG G5, its screen size is 5.3 and its resolution is 1440 by 2560. That gives us a ppi of 554, which is a lot higher than the iPhone. And it does perform really well, but it doesn't seem as bright, which is a shame. So moving on to cameras first. On the front, the iPhone has a 7 megapixel camera compared to an 8 megapixel camera on the LG G5. Turning around to the back of these two great devices, they both offer two dual lenses, and there is going to be some photos to show the comparisons of these. So the LG has a dual 16 megapixel rear facing cameras, and the iPhone has a dual 12 megapixel facing cameras. Both models offer video footage in 4K, and also the iPhone has a quad flash there compared to a dual flash on the LG. So both these phones are very close in battery as well. The iPhone has 2,900 mAh battery compared to 2,800 mAh on the LG G5. So moving on to power and performance, the iPhone has 3 GB of RAM, the LG G5 has 4 GB, which is phenomenally high. Moving on to processors now. On my iPhone, it's a quad-core 2.2 GHz processor, and it has 6 cores of graphics, compared to 2 processors running at 2.1 GHz and 2 processors running at 1.6 GHz for the LG G5. And it has an Adreno 530 GPU on the LG G5. And the LG G5 is available from Vodafone as little as £10 up front and £29 per month which is fantastic. It's really low price. I'll put the link in the description as always. Also, please let me know what you think of these two great devices. If you've got either the LG or the iPhone, which do you think is better and why? I want to know why, don't just shout it out. Me personally, I think the sound actually sounds a little bit better on the LG G5, as the iPhone seems to scream it out. Using both these phones is absolutely fantastic. The accessibility features on the LG is immense. I have shown that in my previous video. Please go and check that out. So that helps with hearing, vision, cognitive and motion as well. The iPhone does pack loads of different features, but the LG puts them in categories so it's nice and easier to find. Also, moving on as well, just a key thing I want to finish with is the fingerprint sensor on the LG G5. It's okay, it's not the best. I think their pin pattern password or their knock feature is really good as well. So you can set different motions to knock the screen. So if you double tap, it actually locks the screen. Double tap, and you can double tap anywhere on your screen. That will actually open your display for you. I think it's a real great feature. So the iPhone, you've got a physical home button now that is your fingerprint sensor. We might actually be getting rid of that as well with the new iPhone 8 next year, but more about that later on. So thanks always for watching. Remember to give a double thumbs up as it does help. Subscribe to the channel if you wish to. It's nice to see new subscribers. As always, please leave a comment down below. From me, Ricky, I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.